Can common ground be found here? We are joined right now by two college students who have firsthand knowledge of these protests on their campuses. Sabrina Soffer is a student at George Washington University, and Layla Hedroug attends Yale University. Welcome, both of you. I'm so grateful that you're willing to come on. And, Layla, let's start with you. You were among the protesters arrested at Yale this week. Can you describe what led up to your arrest and your experience?
So our demands were clear from Yale University. We demanded that Yale discloses and divests from their weapon manufacturing to Israel. And after our demands didn't have been met from the university, they had threatened to arrest us for the entirety of the weekend. And at Monday morning at 6:30 a.m., they had sent out Yale PD to arrest us. And it was done in a very systematic manner where the POC and visibly Muslim students were arrested first, following non-POC individuals. And they had taken us out to an area outside of the Yale Medical Center where we were processed for a citation and then subsequently released. And following that, there was more commotion and hecticness from the Yale University administration, denouncing our arrests and denouncing everything that we had been protesting for the past week from our encampment. So there was a lot of things going around campus, including our own dean spreading false rhetoric that our protesters were inherently violent and that we continued to spew violent rhetoric around the university, which had been nothing but the truth. So this constant sensationalization of the students on our campuses has been widespread since even before our encampment happened.
Okay, so Sabrina, I'll turn to you. When you hear those demands, the experience described there, what is your reaction?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity to share my voice and my experience. I think first and foremost, the demands are rather irrational. I don't think that it's the university's responsibility to make political statements. And I think that ultimately, the students should have to come to a common ground, and the university's purpose is to foster dialogue. And what I've been seeing in these anti-Israel demonstrations is signs like these. This is at my university, pigs off campus. Here's another one. Students will leave when Israelis leave. Students will go back home when Israelis go back to Europe, US, their real homes, free Palestine. Students at Yale, I have a friend who was stabbed in the eye. She was prevented by a human chain from going to her dorm. These protests aren't about the war. They're about harassing Jewish students. It is a matter of public safety. In addition to the outside agitators who have been allowed to come at Columbia, and where a protester was hitting another protester and it left him in the hospital. So at the end of the day, these protests are getting increasingly violent. And I would really appreciate that, all public expression be accepted, but the violence has to stop.
Layla, what is your response to this? I mean, we're hearing the reports of these anti-Semitic threats. We're hearing reports of violence that Sabrina was just describing at many sites across the country. What is your response?
So first and foremost, I do want to denounce any forms of anti-Semitism. When we talk about anti-Semitism and everything that's been happening on campus, that is an incredible thing that we have been witness to, that it's honestly, but anti-Semitism does not equate to anti-Zionism. Our protests are an attempt to address and eradicate a white supremacist ideology that props up the ethno-nationalist state that is Israel. It's an apartheid state and has been labeled as such by, legal factors such as Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International. I mean, our demands are very clear, and we've had the support of Jewish students on our campus, including Jewish Voices for Peace and Jews for Ceasefire. And then there's also the simultaneous rise in Islamophobia and xenophobia, including the arrests in the United States, everything that's been going on with the Palestinian students that had been shot in Vermont, and then even the students being systematically arrested, POC students being arrested first. I mean, our protests have been nothing but peaceful. We have marshals surrounding the area, encouraging us to de-escalate situations and not interact with counter-protesters. We've been provoked multiple times by counter-protesters, but essentially there was little to no avail. And honestly, we're continuously fed only one narrative, but the media fails to acknowledge the prejudice that we've been facing during our protests, including being called terrorists, and even our own faculty spreading this narrative, like our dean. During our protests, we've had people recording us while we were praying, telling us to go back to our own countries, and harassing us like we were exotic animals at the zoo. But that is yet to have been addressed all across the media. I mean, we've only been seeing one narrative so far, and I've yet to see anything addressing this rise of Islamophobia in the United States at all.
Okay, I appreciate that perspective. We're almost out of time, but Sabrina, last word from you. What needs to be done to end these protests in a peaceful and reasonable manner?
Yeah, I mean, we can judge the content of the speech all day, but I think that when I have friends who are telling me that they are getting stabbed in the eye and surrounded by human chains, I mean, this is really starting to look like Nazism in the 1930s, where Jewish students were prevented from entering their universities. And history may not repeat itself, but it certainly rhymes. And you may argue that, anti-Zionism, anti-Semitism, but it's not about that. It's about what's happening. It's about the result where there is violence happening, and we must take the proper actions to stop this.
Yeah, I really appreciate both of you coming on. This is exactly what we're trying to do here at NewsNation, bringing together diverse perspectives for a civil and intelligent conversation. I thank you for your time. Layla Hedroug, Sabrina Soffer, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.